guys, so I was trying to do the Leo reading, and I realized maybe like halfway through, or like a little less than halfway through, it was not for Leo, that it was a message that really had to come out, really had to be heard for someone out in the sphere. Um, so this message is for you. But in the beginning, you're gonna like see that I was like trying to gear this towards Leo because that was my intention. And so maybe you have Leo placements in your chart, you're dealing with a Leo, etc. Lilith is in Leo right now. We also have the full moon in Leo coming up, so it could pertain to that period of time as well. But just so you know, this message is for somebody who just clearly has to hear this. And if you're feeling drawn to this, it's probably for a reason, whether this is you or you know this individual, or this is somebody you might meet down down the line in the future. So enjoy. Hi Lions, welcome to your monthly general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. For anybody who's just called to this reading, or if you're cross-watching, keep in mind these readings are timeless and general, and there's also part 2 over on Patreon or Vimeo. All the links are down below for your convenience. Excuse me, if you're feeling called to part 2, then by all means go and watch part 2. They're usually about the same duration or even longer. Yeah, interesting things happen when I shift over to part 2. But anyway, yeah, any of the decks that I use are listed below as well, and don't forget to check out the website for astrology services. Leo, let's talk. Let's talk. You got some clearing to do. Definitely got some clearing to do. When I was getting in your energy, first of all, I was feeling like frustrated. I was feeling really frustrated, maybe a little angry, very restless, but it feels like this building of tension and frustration and fire. And I almost want to say like you need to be by water. It almost feels like you need the energy of water. I was getting strong Aries, Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with those signs. You could have that in the chart. But I feel like it was really pertaining to Mars. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah, I feel like it was actually just pertaining to Mars energy. Your Mars energy is really intense right now. And it's like you're feeling this. It's starting to pour. It's when I was like, you need water. Now it's like... Anyway, we evoked the water. We brought the water in. Some of you can do that. Anyway. Coming back, Leo. So I also wanted to mention when I started recording, it was 5:05 on my messed up clock. But yeah, Leo, it's like, yeah, your Mars energy is asking you to act, to take action. And when we don't listen to that instinct, when we don't listen to that inner voice, our inner truth, inner compass, our soul, right? It's really our soul talking to us. We can start to get frustrated and the tension builds, the fire that we're not utilizing, it builds. Excuse me. They keep saying Aries, Scorpio, Aries, Scorpio, Aries, Scorpio. It's funny because I do feel like you need water. I feel like I was totally fine. And then like when I was getting into your energy, I was starting to get like this. Now, I do have allergies and asthma and all that stuff too, which I have been dealing with, but it really got worked up when I got into your energy, Leo. Yeah, I feel like you releasing it. I feel like it's about releasing. Could even be by way of communication, but it's about releasing. Anyway, I do feel like you need to be around water or utilizing the element of water, like whether that's like cleansing baths or going in the ocean or going to your favorite river or whatever it is. Do you hear the rain kicking up? Oh God, Leo. Yeah, the water energy. It's interesting too because I do feel for some of you, this is definitely not all of you, but I feel a group of you, could even be someone around you, but I really honestly feel like it's you. Could even have Scorpio in your chart because I feel this deep water. I feel this deep, it's like, it's a piece of you. It's a piece of you. It's a facet of you that you haven't tapped into in a long time. Maybe never. I feel like you have, but maybe not in a long time. And it feels really powerful. It actually feels very feminine to me too. But it feels very like, it just feels powerful. But it feels like it's been so submerged that it almost has like a dark feeling to it. Dark not meaning like bad. Darkness is a whole topic that we can make a whole video about. But it's like, how do I want to say this? it's power. I mean, that's what it is. It's power. It's power. But it feels like it's coming from this very feminine, like water, elemental, psychic, like very scorpionic is how it's feeling. That's why I'm like, I feel like you might be channeling a Scorpio, could be dealing with a Scorpio, or just, you know, it's your inner Scorpio-ness anyway, Leos. But why it's coming out now could be part of your progress chart. Who knows? Anyway, we all have the signs in all of our charts anyway. But it's a piece of you that's very powerful that you have not connected to in a long time. And again, for some, you could be discovering for the first time. I feel like it's going to help you listen to your Mars energy. I feel like it's going to help you to take action and whatever you need to take action with. But cleansing, man. That's definitely something that needs to happen. Cleansing, releasing, expressing, and just start exposing. But that's what I'm feeling with you. So Mars energy, needing to cleanse, need your water, and for some of you, tapping into a piece of yourself you haven't tapped into in a long time that feels very deep, almost scorpionic, and it does have a psychic sort of feel, but it feels just like it's power. It's power at its core. Okay? All right, Lions. Let's go ahead. Excuse me. Dying. Let's go ahead and get started, okay? It's interesting too because a deck called to me for you that I also haven't pulled out in a long time. My Beautiful Creatures deck, again, also listed below if you guys are curious about this deck. This deck usually comes out when someone or the energy is very like watery to me, or they're dealing with a lot of heavy emotions. Or psychic energy is when this deck likes to come out and play. It's like being in like a darker power. Again, dark not meaning bad. I feel like, you know, we have a lot of connotations with that word as like a negative thing. It also just is what it is. I know it's going to be annoying. It's already annoying me. Can't do anything about it. It is what it is. Actually, Native Spirit deck? Feeling around for what Oracle deck wants to work with you. The Native Spirit deck is definitely like, we want to play. So we like, look over here a little bit. God, I kind of want my shadow deck. I want my shadow deck, but it's very far away. We're going to go Native Spirit deck. I'm going to start with this and probably clarify with Beautiful Creatures. It's an interesting combination. Oh, good Lord. Sorry, give me a second. Okay. Any messages or insights for my Leos? Am I taking these? Yes. Prayer Feather and Storyteller. Interesting, because I'm getting a complacency, which is really weird to feel with these cards in general. But Prayer Feather, it's a practice of gratitude. It's a practice of excuse me, of manifestation. It's like literally like prayer, right? It's like it's putting out what you want out into the sphere of things, but practicing gratitude at the same time. Storyteller is about narratives, right? What story are we playing out in our lives because of what story we've been telling ourselves about ourselves? And how do we change that story? How do we change that narrative to cause change in our life? So like, yeah, Leo, like I said, I keep hearing Aries, like so strong. Leo, I keep wanting to call you Aries. Your Mars energy is telling you to do something. Your soul wants something. Oh my God. What is it? Just get it out. Your Mars energy, your soul wants you to act, wants you to change your story. You want something to be part of your story. You want something to be part of your narrative. You want that. That's in you. But this feels very passive to me. This feels very passive. Like again, action's not being taken. Any messages or insights for Leo? It's 515 on my messed up clock. Any other messages or insights for Leo? Oh my God. Leo. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. It's interesting because I swore I saw that rainbow in these cards. I swore I did, but I mean, obviously it's not there, but well, here it is with answering the call. I mean, this is like self-explanatory. I don't even need to be redundant about this. You're feeling it. You're feeling it. You want it. Your soul wants it. You want it. You want something. You want some sort of change to how you are as a person or what's going on in your life. But again, you're taking a passive approach right now. And all the while, you're getting more frustrated. Excuse me. You're getting more frustrated. That fire's building. Whatever reason you're being passive, it could be something that you need to be facing, dealing with. Maybe why I'm feeling so much releasing, cleansing energy that's needed for you. Again, I'm really feeling the element of water is what you need. This deck has a very earthy feel to it. Oh, that's where I saw the rainbow. It's like, I swore I saw it. Well, there it is. Oh, that's so cool. Yep, there it is. Anyway. Any other messages or insights for my Leos? On the bottom, we have Trickster. Wow, with Spirit of Fire. Trickster speaks of illusions. It speaks of things are not always as they seem. With Spirit of Fire. I like... Why is Trickster here? Spirit of Fire is it's your Mars energy. It's exactly what I was feeling with you. It's your Mars energy, and it's building, and it's building, and it's building, and it's building, and it's building. Thank you. There's for some of you, this is just a lack of awareness. Some of you, it's just straight up denial or ignoring this part of you. But I almost feel like, what's the right word? A misinterpretation? I guess that's what it would be. Like you're almost like mixing up your emotions with oh God, I don't know how to describe this. It's weird. It's like that fire, that Mars energy that I'm feeling with you, it's very clearly telling you to do something. Very, very clearly. But I feel like you're interpreting that feeling as something else. God, that's so weird. That's such a weird energy. Which is causing you to ignore it, or it's part of why you're ignoring it. You're interpreting it as something else. What are you interpreting it as? Something bad, something to be ignored, something not worth listening to, wishful thinking maybe. It's like you're dismissing it. You're dismissing it. You're dismissing that nudge. That nudge, that fire, the Mars energy, your soul. It's like it's something you clearly want to be part of your life. Like you're craving something or you're wanting some sort of change, and you're being passive about it because it's like you're dismissing it, but you're dismissing it for some reason. Like you're dismissing it because you're not seeing it for what it is. You know what I mean? It's like that's how it's coming across to me. Like you're not seeing it as your soul wanting something, or you're not seeing it as your own emotions, your own desires going like this way, over here, do this. Like you're not listening to it. You just keep getting that. You're dismissing it because you're chopping it up to something that's not worth listening to, or something that will lead you astray maybe, or again, wishful thinking, like, oh, those are just fantastical thoughts. Like, something like that. It's like, God, I feel like I'm not using the right words here. You're not, thank you, this is a way to say it. You're not understanding or understanding. You're not understanding the significance of this feeling. Again, it's just feeling you're dismissing it. Well, let's go into beautiful creatures. Oh, actually, they stopped me. Before we do that, we're actually going to go in the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. They stopped me to pull from this deck. So let's do it. I also keep getting this suffocating feeling with you, Leo. Maybe you feel really suffocated. Maybe you feel really stifled. Maybe for part of you, that's the change you want. Maybe you want some sort of freedom or something that will grant you freedom. But maybe a part of you is like, that's too fantastical, or that's not possible. It's like, and again, it keeps coming down to the story. It keeps coming down to the story. because coming down to the story and belief, there's almost like a limitation that I'm feeling with you, Leo. So they said self-limiting beliefs. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, there's some sort of self-limiting belief with you where you're downplaying this feeling. You're downplaying this want of change or something to be different. You're downplaying it. Maybe, and it could even be like for some of you, maybe you're like really new to the whole self-awareness, spiritual journey sort of deal. Because it feels a little matrixy. Like a little bit. It feels a little bit like being asleep. It feels a little bit like that. Yeah, it feels a little bit like that. Because I keep thinking, how could you dismiss this? It's so clear. How could you dismiss it when it's so clear? Like, oh, everybody wants their life to be different. Like, anyway. This doesn't have to be for you, Leo. It could be somebody in your reality, somebody in your environment, your energy field, so to speak. Any messages or insights for my Leos? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And there it is. I knew I felt throat chakra energy, all that coughing. Black Egg, it's the throat chakra card in this deck. When something needs to be expressed. I feel like it's more about release, though. I feel like it's really more about release. I just got really hot. Leo, your fire, your Mars energy, it could be coming out as anger. Like I said, I was already feeling that frustration and everything, but now it's feeling aggressive. Not to say you're aggressive, like the energy is aggressive. Interesting. And then we have tarantula with turtle. There's a fight. This is resistance. I'm getting resistance on the tarantula. Typically, tarantula speaks of crossroads or something that's uncomfortable and maybe a little scary. Turtle's very grounding. Turtle's very like watery, water and fire, right? Turtle's very, very much like, hey, like take things as they come and be in the flow and be in the moment. There's a wisdom that comes with turtle. It also speaks of ancestors as well. But this, I can feel anger behind the tarantula. I can feel anger. I can feel resistance. Maybe a little resentment too. I feel like your soul wants turtle. Your soul wants water. Because it wants to release. It wants to release. Your Mars energy is like release, release, release. Do something, do something, do something. It's just so much pent up. There's so much pent up right here is what I'm feeling. Some of this could even just be suppressed rage. But why are you fighting the turtle? You're fighting the turtle energy. You're fighting it. You're not letting it in. You're not letting it happen. Why? 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 Why aren't you releasing? Why aren't you acting? I feel like there's gonna be a tower if you don't listen to that part of you. I feel like there's definitely gonna be a tower if you don't release, express, act on what your soul and your fire and your Mars energy is like, do. Yeah. Because turtle is like ease and grace. It's ease, grace, it's flow. It's not hold back. It's not, it's not that. It's the opposite of that. There's also a loving energy too that I'm feeling with turtle that you're also not letting in here, Leo. There's a lot. This is getting complicated. I can feel it. I'm like, there's layers of tense energy and built up stuff here. You could have been like holding back a dam of fire. Why do I feel like water on fire? Like it's like so crazy. It's like you might have been holding back a lot here, Leo. And just as time has gone on, it's just gotten more intense, more intense, more intense. And it's all circulating around what you actually want. Who you want to be, what you want your life to be like. What do you want? Stop fighting what you want. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Oh. Any other messages or insights for Leos regarding this spread? Can't fight the flow, man. Interesting. Sea serpent. This is kind of fire and water together. It's the sacral chakra. That's why I say that. All the blue always reminds me of water. Plus, sacral chakra is related to the element of water, but it's also fire because it's also creative energy, and it connects to the solar, which is fire. So a lot of fire-water themes going on for you, Leos. But here we have the sacral, which is creativity. Again, I feel like so much of you is saying, go and do something. Go and do A. Go and do B. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. And maybe it is just something you need to just say. Maybe it's something that you just need to talk about, right? It's like it just has to come out. Something just has to come out of you. And I keep feeling it's like a tandem thing, like a cleansing and a releasing. And at the same time, putting action into something to bring to literally just answer your own prayer. To live the story you want to live. Any other messages or insights for Leo regarding this spread? And then we'll move into beautiful creatures, and then we'll do part 2, where we get real deep. Overall, you got the vulture. This is Scorpio. This is scorpionic energy. It's death magic. It's transmutation and alchemy of getting rid of the dead things to go through the cycle to come out anew. That is vulture. And it's funny because it's like the purple black. It's like the frequency of those energies, of those colors is exactly what I feel like you might actually, oh my God, and I just realized purple and black, paint it black. I love that song. But anyway, purple and black. Yeah, the frequency I'm feeling between the purple and black is like, that's that deep submerged part of you that you're going to connect, that you can connect to. This is all free will choices, right? So Leos, for those who decide to do this, to act and to express or release and cleanse, like both of those, I feel like part of the process is going to be connecting to that part of you, connecting to your inner Scorpio, connecting to this place of power within yourself to make these things happen, to do these things. Sorry, hold on a second. Some of you are afraid of your own shadow. Some of you are afraid of your own darkness, like it's a bad thing, like it's a scary thing, because it's unpredictable, or you don't like, interesting. This is obviously not for all of you, but this is just something I picked up. Because there's a reason you haven't connected to it in a long time. Something about it scares you. The unknown, maybe. Your own power. Are you afraid of your own power, Leo? Are you afraid of your own power? To be honest with you, some of you, it's actually connecting to psychic abilities. And the fact that I'm picking up on Leos who haven't done that in a long time, you might be scared of your own gifts. A lot of us have been there. You're in good company. Interesting. Yeah. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's pull some cards from Beautiful Creatures deck, and then we'll move into part 2. Any messages or insights for my Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter pertaining to, oh, I feel the stubbornness. Oh, stubborn. Oh. Any messages or insights for my Leos pertaining to this spread? See here. Wait. Abrupt. Yeah. Wait. Sorry, this is something I haven't worked with this deck in so long. The Decadence, Abruption. Can't remember if it's the Tower or the Devil. feel like it's the devil. Abruption, Tower. The Decadence, Devil. Most of this is the devil. Anyway, devil in reverse energy. Why does even this feel complacent? This is weird. I like keep getting this like very passive energy with you, Leo. Maybe it's a disassociation. Some of you guys might struggle with disassociation. This is the cleansing. This is about the cleansing. This is about the cleansing and releasing that needs to happen, to take place. Again, I feel like water is really the element you need right now. And like I said, for a lot of you, it seems like that's what you've been fighting. Am I taking those? No. Any other messages or insights for my Leos? Ooh. Four Swords in reverse. Leo, you're ignoring the fact that you need to release and you need to cleanse and you need to purge. You need to get this buildup of energy out. You need to get it out. And for some of you, it does relate to some stuff that has been holding you up, like holding you back. You know, that could be trauma, that could be anything, right? But it's like, I feel like it's a mix of anger and frustration, and definitely fear of self, like fear of your own power. You've been avoiding this. I just keep getting you've been avoiding it with the trickster and the spirit of fire. You've been ignoring it. Ignoring it, avoiding it, dismissing it, not looking at it, not connecting to it, trying to fight it, trying to fight it, trying to fight it, trying to fight it. I actually feel like with the Four Swords in reverse, it's also this feeling of like not connecting to your own consciousness, not connecting to your own truth. Like that's what I was saying. It's like it's almost got a little bit of a feeling of being asleep, like a little bit, you know, like what that feels like. I'm also noticing all the blue. The blue is really jumping out here. Some of you guys could have a strong association with the color blue. These cool colors, man. It's interesting, right? Because like fire and water, and then water is kind of the cool color, and fire is like these hot colors. But yeah, look at that. The purple, the blues, the blacks, even like the stark white contrast. Like it's just really sticking out amongst all the cards that you're getting here. Leo, part of you has really been evading this truth. The truth that you haven't been living by your truth. Or your own intuition. Thank you. They said intuition. Feel like, I think there's not going to be many people resonating with this reading, because I feel like this is for somebody, and maybe like you need confirmation about somebody in your life who's like going through this, because I honestly feel like I'm like reading for somebody who has kind of been running away from themselves and running away from like spiritual psychic gifts. Like that's how it feels to me. Who's hitting this point in their life where they're like really unhappy, and that's just getting more and more and more and more intense. And there's so much that needs to be like just like be purged, come out, be acknowledged. And then there's this whole Mars energy that's like, take action, take action, take action. Anyway, it's just what I'm feeling. Let's see. Oh, yay! We have the Ten of Wands in reverse with the Chariot. There is, and that's what I'm saying. This is all free will, right? This is all free will. This is like choosing to act, literally choosing. And Chariot is actually Cancer, which is water, but choosing to act. I was wondering if she was surrounded by water. And dropping the tension, dropping the resistance, dropping the fight. Any other messages or insights for my Leos? God, I almost want to do a second reading for Leo, because I honestly, you know what? I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to post this as a message that someone needs to hear, because I feel like it's been hijacked for someone who needs this message. I'm going to have to do a little clip in the beginning to mention that. Anyway. Any other messages regarding this spread for whoever needs to hear this message? Totally 100%. Look at this. Paranormal card, which is unique to this deck in reverse. What did I say? Somebody ignoring spirit, somebody ignoring their own intuition, somebody who's been ignoring their own psychic spiritual gifts. Wake up. Honestly, that's what I want to say. I just want to go, wake up. Wake it up. Wow. God. Any other messages or insights? Whoever needs to hear this, whoever needs to come across this reading, this message. Oh, I got chills all over my body. It's being confirmed. Oh my God. Oh, it's being confirmed so strongly for me. Like, this is somebody who needs to wake the fuck up. Sorry, excuse my French, but it is what it is. I feel like this is somebody who has gifts. They've had gifts. I want to say they're born with gifts and they're not using them. On the bottom, Queen of Cups, introspection and intuition. Wow, about instability and lack of taking action towards, oh my God. 8 of Cups, 10 of Cups with the Ace of Swords. Not moving towards what actually is going to make them fulfilled and truth. Their true happiness, their true path, their true path. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to get so frustrated. Sorry. For those who are resonating with this message, you've been fighting your true self for a long time. You've been fighting your gifts for a long time. You've been fighting your true path. The life that you were designed to live is how I really want to put it. Wake up. You've been unhappy and you've been fighting it, man. Some of you have been actually blocking out your spirit guides. Wow. And it's building and it's building and it's building and it's building. The tension of living in this dissonance is building. Wow. Sorry, I'm just like, what? Okay, so since this is a reading for people with gifts, I might have to go get a couple other decks. I might have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. So, I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm just playing. I'm just like, I started this out having it be a Leo reading, and it's quite obviously like this is just the message that needs to come out. All right. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay. Okie dokie. So we're gonna pull from 2 more decks. The Isis Oracle and Big Bertha. This definitely feels like a Big Bertha moment. Isis for the end. Let's go into Big Bertha now. I'd be shocked if this was for somebody who has been on their path for a long time, like who's been very aware and like a light worker here. Like, I'd be surprised if this was your reading. If this is your reading, then it's like, I don't know what has happened in your life, but it has it's almost like caused amnesia or something, like a disconnect or disassociation of self. But like I said, I really feel like this is more so for somebody who's just been like running from themselves for a really long time. Any other messages or insights for the spread? Am I taking those? No. Okay. Portal, it's a wild card. You decide, doors are opening, rewards. I honestly, I just can't stop hearing the phrase, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Reconnect, reconnect, look at the truth, walk through the door. Could this person like be waking up for those who are just like randomly coming across this, and there's more so about someone you know or someone in your environment, like could they just be waking up potentially? But I feel like this is for somebody who was like born awake, and it's like they disconnected or they shut it off or they blocked it out. Like that's how it feels to me. Any other messages? Woo! Let's see, we'll take these. It's funny, you're getting all of the Starseed Oracle cards. Wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. And Starkeeper, cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. It's interesting because I actually feel like what you've been doing has been stalling. You've been waiting. And especially with like Starkeeper being here, cosmic ancestors seed the light by staying grounded. Starkeeper is saying, be aware. Be aware and do what you got to do. See the light. Seed it. Wake up. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Remember, you got portal as well. Doors are opening. I do think there are some things that are like, no, thank you. Things are trying to get settled. Like things that affect you, affect people you know, for the person that this reading is for. You understand what I'm saying? Everything's interconnected. Everything is interconnected, right? So the decisions we make have a ripple effect, right? It almost feels like Spirit's been waiting on your ass. I don't know why I'm so vulgar today. I apologize. Just as what it is. I'm getting the Sirius star system. You might have strong ties to Sirius, whether you've been aware of that or not. But I'm feeling strong ties to Sirius. Yeah, I feel like there are certain things that have been getting like configured, but it's like other things need to get configured, and it's contingent upon this. Not contingent upon this. Let me say it another way. Your timeline, for whoever this is for, your timeline will shift dependent upon if you listen to this and wake up, because this feels like it's actually a conscious choice at this point. Like, because there's been so much resistance, that it's like it could happen now or it could happen later. I mean, I don't, would they make you stay asleep? I don't know. I want to say no. But basically what I'm getting at, I feel like there's been a pause. There's been kind of a waiting, even on behalf of Spirit, like waiting for you to like stop running from yourself. They're asking you to seed light. They want you to seed light. Any other messages or insights for the person, for whoever needs this message? All of them? All of them. Okay. The golden children. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Oh, and look, another door. Another door. I'm speaking to somebody who was born this way. Magician guardian, unlock the magic within. Wake up. Wake up. Wouldn't that be so crazy if like you're like trying to sleep in the middle of the night, you hear my voice, wake up. Sorry, you gotta make jokes, right? Oh. Reconnect to this part of you. Reconnect to you. Stop running. Stop running. Please stop running from yourself. Oh, this is a lot of cards. Hold on a second. Okay. We have star bathing. Light body, crystal grid transmission, activation. Stargazer, set your sights higher. Not, okay, by the way, this is from the Angels and Ancestors deck, which is much more like earthly. It has like some spiritual connotation cards too. It has very few galactic cards, and this is one of them. Summer, bask in joy and light. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community, air garden, shift your perception. Oh, you blocked this out a while ago, okay? But anyway, with stargazing, stargazer, and summer, this is saying start believing in who you actually are and who you've always been, and relish in it. Because when you choose your truth, when you stop running from yourself and you connect with yourself, you embrace yourself and all that comes with it, especially for somebody who like this reading is for, and you came into this world awake, like you've got strong galactic ties here, and you're being asked to see light. There's activations happening here. It's like, if you embrace all of that, yeah, life is going to get pretty blissful. It can be, it has the potential to be. But with anybody who chooses, 4114 when I looked up at the camera, but anybody who chooses them, anybody who chooses their truth, anybody who chooses their soul, has the opportunity to experience that. And then we have this. With You're Not Alone at Air Guardian, this is asking you to wake up. To wake up. And there's also like a self-worth thing that going on here too. There's almost like, I can feel it. There's this feeling of like, I'm not special. Just kind of strange to feel. Like that can't be me, that can't be me, that can't be me. But it is you, and it's been you, and you've been afraid of it. You've actually been afraid of it. For whoever this is for, you've been afraid of it. No judgment, believe me. We've all, I think, had those moments. Again, you're in good company. Let's keep going. Got a lot of cards coming out here. You got 3 more. Wow. I feel like this is what's coming up for you if you just stop running from yourself and you embrace this. God, Fox is everywhere. Fox has been everywhere lately. We have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. With Stag, trust and thrive. Whale and orca elders. Actually reminds me of the turtle, which turtle is ancestors, right? And anyway, just reminds me of the turtle. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep to that deep part of you. And then great teacher to learn from spiritual experiences is actually Jesus on the card as well. Some of you guys might have associations with that. Anyway, I feel like this is energies that are upcoming. Again, if you embrace this. If you embrace this and if you stop running, this feels like a total like new cycle. It's so much bigger than that. It's so much bigger than that. I feel like I'm actually looking at symbols of experiences that you'll potentially be moving into. Like I'm getting strong Lemuria vibes, animal guides, very strong animal guides. Christ consciousness. What else is coming up here? Astral. A lot of astral travel. You already astral. I heard you already do that. And you're aware you do that. You're aware that you do that. Whether you admit it to people or not, you're aware you do that. There's also a strong connection. This strong connection with animals is coming through really strong for whoever this is cut. Like someone really needs to hear this. It's not just that you're good with animals. It's a gift. Okay, it's a gift. You can talk to them. You can legit talk to them, and they can talk to you. It's interesting because it's like I think people who are like sensitive, you know, like we all can feel that like that very spiritual connection with animals. Animals. This is not that. This is like this is a unique gift with animals, and I can't put my finger on it. It's like I can't put my finger on it. You're like an animal whisperer, but like legitimately, I'm not using the right words. Maybe I'm not supposed to know. There are certain things that I'm not supposed to be privy to or are not supposed to speak on all the time. Strong healer energy. Maybe you're just a really good animal healer, maybe Reiki healer. Hands. The hands are coming out to me. The hands. Healing hands. Wow. It's powerful. It's very, I'm also getting a very strong, like, sorry, there's a lot of channeling coming through. I'm also getting like, okay, well, that just goes with coming into this kind of energy, but a really nice balance of divine masculine, divine feminine, meaning like I can feel this very strong, like divine masculine energy, but like a holding space for divine feminine, a holding space for that within and without. It's very nice, actually. Anyway, so just some stuff that I feel coming up when you walk through the door and wake up and stop running from yourself. Overall, Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. You gotta trust and have faith in yourself. You clearly haven't been because you've been shoving this part of you away. You could also have fox energy, or that could be an animal guardian for you. Interesting, underneath that we do have the sage. I just wanted to point it out. You have some sort of big resistance to this way of life, this way of being, but it's who you've always been. And whatever that resistance is, that's what needs to be released and cleansed. Okay? I'm going to pull some party messages from the Isis Oracle. No. And then I'll get back to and I'll get into the Leo reading after this. Any parting messages regarding this spread? Parting messages or advice? I'm here, study. For those of you where you wake up, it's almost like you're going to be put immediately into a student energy is also what I'm getting. You might have mentors just popping up left and right. And I feel, oh God, the growth feels exponential. The growth feels exponential as far as like understanding what it is you do, understanding how to utilize your gifts. It just feels fast. It feels so fast. This isn't to scare you or to deter you. This is just how it's coming through. So when things come through, I like to say them exactly as they come out, because sometimes it's all in the wording, okay? So however this is coming out, it's just how you need to hear it. Anybody who is like watching this just to watch this, or you're not really resonating, you're just kind of fascinated or entertained, or it's about somebody you know, don't get too attached to the, I don't want to say this, don't get too attached to the explicit definitions of the words I'm about to use, or what it could mean. You'll know in the way that you need to know, okay? For those who really actually need to hear this. You will be able to understand what demons really are, and you're going to identify them. Okay? Anyway. You're going to identify them within and without. which means, you know, externally and internally. Anyway, moving on from that, just had to be spoken on. Is that why you pushed this gift out? Were you seeing scary things? 555, and I looked up at my messed up clock. That could have also been part of it for some of you. Some of you maybe shut out these gifts because you were seeing things that were scary. Flower of life, divine creativity and manifestation. This is making shit happen. This card comes out when we're ready to make shit happen. That's all sacral energy right there. And you did get the sacral card. Like I said, there's so much that wants to come out of you to be cleansed and released, but also to be created. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to wake up? Chariot of Ascension. Chariot of Ascension. Spiritual work of the higher initiate. This card literally comes out when we're ascending or we're going through an upgrade or activation. That's why this card is in this deck. So I get so many chills. I feel like I'm being like very lightly electrified. Goddess of 10,000 names, Isis, endless emanations of the priestess. This card comes out to say, embrace every little aspect of you. Through all timelines, through all time and space. Collect all pieces of yourself and embody all of it. Stop running from yourself, essentially. Embrace, embrace, embrace. On the bottom, Queen of the Heaven, blessing from the divine priestess of the skies. You couldn't have gotten a better end card here. Wow. So again, this was supposed to be the Leo reading. Clearly, this message decided to come out, and I could tell, like, I don't know if it was like halfway through this, 51:15, I looked up at the phone, that I realized, like, this is not for Leo. I was like, this is just for somebody who needs to freaking hear this, that, like, hey, it's time to wake up. You can't run from who you are. You can't run from who you've been. All you can do is embody it and say yes and walk through the door and get ready for a ride. Okay? Oh my God. Underneath the Queen of Heaven, I just have to show you wings of Isis, uniting with the angelic self. Yeah. Yeah. Ascending, being activated, upgrades, all that stuff. All that stuff. I'm kind of speechless and I'm a little overwhelmed. Actually, I'm going to take a minute before getting into the Leo read. I hope this message finds you well, and I hope it was useful. I apologize for my moments of frustration or overwhelm that took place during the reading. There were definitely some times where I got a little frustrated. But wow. I mean, like, seriously, the growth I'm feeling off of this, like, if of free will, you decide to stop running and you decide to embrace, you decide to release and cleanse, like, holy shit. Holy shit, unprecedented growth. Unprecedented. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna go because I have no more words. So I will see you later. Go ahead and check out my other videos and the website and all that stuff, and good luck.